Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick video on the firemaple FMS F5 stove. That's this one right here. We're gonna go through and show you how to run the stove, how to prime the tank, how everything works, general do's and don'ts for a white gas stove. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright, so first of all, things to know about a white gas stove. You have to have a pressurized canister in order to get the fuel to travel through the line. When the fuel comes through the line, it will go up through this pressure tube right here and then out of the jet or the nozzle down there. It's going to fill up a little bowl at the bottom. We're going to put 2 or 3 drops in there, light it, and then use the heat from that flame to pressurize the gas inside of this tube. As that pressurizes, the fuel is going to turn from a liquid to a gas, and it'll vaporize, and it'll turn into a blue flame in here. As it starts to go from a yellow to a blue flame, then we're going to give it a little more fuel and keep it going. If you overspray, so when you first crack that open, you have to get a couple drops of fuel in there. If you overspray, it'll fall out of that dish and onto the ground, catching on fire, whatever is around it. So be very careful about that. And you also don't want to give it fuel from the nozzle before you have your blue jet. So you're going to see what I'm talking about here in just a minute. So we've gone ahead and pressurized already. So I'm going to start by cracking the valve right up here. Try to get in there so you can see the fuel or hear the fuel. Should be coming any second now. There it is. Okay, we're going to shut that off. We don't want any more than that. Get it lit. There we go. So you see that dirty yellow flame there? That's going to start getting things warmed up. And as it warms up, it's going to pressurize the fuel that's in this little tube. As that pressurizes, there you go. You can hear the gas coming out of it. And then here in a second, it's going to die down and go to the blue flame. So that hissing sound was the gas inside of the tube right in there getting pressurized as it heats up. And then here in just a second, that's going to die down into a blue jet. Right there. Then we're going to start to open the fuel. Just a little bit. And there you go. That's how you light a white gas stove. Cut that off and let it cool down. After it's cooled down, I'm going to show you guys on this pan what happens if you overspray your cup or if you light it before it has a chance to pressurize in the tube. Alright, so now that the stove has had a chance to cool down, I'm going to overfill the little dish down here, let it spill over, and show you exactly what happens when it spills. So we're going to do it on this pan for safety reasons. Go ahead and crack this. Try to get a good look in there as it fills up. There you go. So we're not going to actually overfill it. I'm just going to spill it because I don't want to overfill and have gasoline everywhere. So we're just going to pretend that overfilled. When you go to light this, there you go. So that's a pretty big problem. So we're going to pull that to the side there. So that's why you have to be very, very careful with the white gas stove. We're going to go ahead and turn it on before it's pressurized and ready. So you can see we still have a pretty big flame, and it'll remain that way for a minute or so. And then it's a blue jet. So that's why you don't want to overfill the dish down there. And it's really important to make sure that you pressurize that tube before you turn up the fuel. It's a lot safer. So we're going to show you the difference right here. We're going to go ahead and turn the fuel on now that that tube is hot. And we immediately start with a blue flame. We don't have the large spurting orange flames coming out of there. The reason you're getting those taller flames is because you're throwing liquid fuel out of the nozzle, out of the jet down there, and it hasn't had a chance to turn to the gas inside of that pressure tube. So those are just the things to worry about when you're starting these stoves.